Okay, how are you guys doing? We're going to look again at factor theorem, okay, and the questions that come up in factor theorem. So this is number 3, I think, in the list, and the video list I did. So this one is finding unknown values. So what we mean by unknown values are things like this k here, okay, so obviously 1x cubed plus 5x squared plus kx minus 12, we're going to find out what k is, what that value is. Okay, so they have to give us one piece of information, and the piece they give us is x plus 1 is a factor. Okay, so we're going to use this to find out what k is. We're going to do 2 examples, that's why I have example 1 here. Normally I wouldn't write example 1 unless there was a second one, okay. But if x plus 1 is a factor, then we know that x is equal to minus 1 is a root, okay? And we can use this to find k. So we know by the factor theorem as well, and that if something is a root, f of minus 1, so if we sub minus 1 here, because it's a root, into all the x cubes here, it should give us is equal to 0. So we'll see why that's useful. So minus 1 cubed plus 5 by minus 1 squared plus k by minus 1 minus 12 is all equal to 0. Work that out. So we're going to have minus 1, because minus 1 cubed is going to be minus 1, plus 5, minus 1 squared is going to be just plus 1, instead of 5, and minus k and minus 12 is equal to 0. So then just a little bit of algebra to rearrange it. Sorry, I should be going the other way. We will get that k is equal to minus 8 is our answer. Okay, so that's the first part of our question done. And then the second part, they ask us to find, I don't have it written down, but to find the other 2 factors of this equation here. So we're not actually going to do it because it's really similar to the one in the last video. So all you'd have to do is long division of this into this with minus 8 instead of k, and then you'd find a quadratic, and you'd find the 2 factors of the quadratic. And that'd be the other factors of this polynomial here. But like I said, we're not going to do it in this video here. It'll just be a waste of time. And we're going to go on to example number 2. We'll do orange. Okay, example number 2 is going to be this one here. So we're going to have f of x is equal to 2x cubed plus ax squared minus 17x plus b. Okay, everyone see that? And I'll just do a scribble here, example 2. And we know that x plus 2 and x minus 3 are factors of this here. Okay, so again, we're looking for the unknown values. We're looking for a and we're looking for b. Okay, and we're going to use these 2 pieces of information to find that. Okay, so I'll jump right in. Hopefully we have enough space. I'll try and be conservative with it. Okay, so if x plus 2 is a factor, we know that x is equal to minus 2 as our root, and in this case x is equal to 3 as our root. Okay, so we're going to use that. We're going to sub it into the x here, and minus 2 in here, and then into all of the different x's. So just like this, f of minus 2 is equal to 2 minus 2 cubed plus a by minus 2 squared minus 17 by minus 2 plus b is equal to 0. Okay, and minus 2 cubed, that's going to be minus 2 cubed is going to be minus 8 by 2 is going to be minus 16, and this is going to be plus 4a, that's going to be plus 34, that's going to be plus b is equal to 0, so we're going to have 4a plus b is going to be equal to minus 18. Yeah, minus 18. That's going to be our first equation. Okay, and we'll see, some of you might have spotted already, but if not, we're just going to go to the next one. X equal to 3 is going to be the next one we're going to sub in, and may as well go a different color from those different colors. F of 3 is equal to 2 by 3 cubed plus a by 3 squared minus 17 by 3 plus b is equal to 0. And that's alright. Yep. Okay, kind of running out of space, so bear with me. And I'm just going to do all of this. So 2 by 3 cubed. 3 cubed is going to be 27 by 2 is going to be 54. So we're going to have 54 plus 9a minus 51 plus b is equal to 0. So we're going to get 9a plus b is going to be equal to minus 3. Just don't worry about that little mistake there. So these are our two equations, and okay, sorry, like I said, these are our two equations, and we're going to have to make some more space before we carry on, so just bear with me for a few seconds. Just get rid of some of this stuff here. So I'm not going to scribble out those or else I'll forget them. Make a bit of space. Just going to finish this down at the bottom. But so far everyone hopefully has followed that. So all of the questions on factor theorem are really similar. You just have to use that little trick there where if you a root's a factor, like a root can be turned into a factor very easily just by changing the sign. And also if you put a root into a polynomial, you should get 0. You can use that to find your unknown coefficients like this here. So anyone might notice something about this is they're going to be simultaneous equations. So I'm going to write them both in red up here. We're going to have 4a plus b is equal to minus 18, and 9a plus b is equal to minus 3. Okay, I'm just going to, now that I have those written down, I can just get rid of this, and we'll finish our video, our problems. Okay, so simultaneous equations. What I'm going to do is going to multiply this whole thing by minus 1. Everyone has their different methods for doing simultaneous equations, but I think this one you guys should be able to follow. This is the one I always do, is equal to plus 3. Okay, so you just change the sign for all of them because you multiplied this whole line by minus 1. So kind of, I shouldn't have drawn that line. It's not like you're adding them like normally, okay? But this is a new thing we have here anyway. Okay, we're going to add them now. Add the two lines. So plus b and minus b are going to cancel. This here is going to give us minus 5a, which is 4a and minus 9a. And this here is going to give us minus 15, because plus 3 and minus 18. So a is going to be equal to 3. And now we're going to sub this back in. I'm going to use a different color to one of these ones here. I'm going to sub it into this one here. So 9a plus b is equal to minus 3. That means 9 by 3 plus b is equal to minus 3. B is going to be equal to minus 3 minus 3 by 9, which is going to be 27. B is equal to minus 30. And there is our answer. Okay, we found our coefficients of this equation here, the a and the b. Okay, so that's all there is on finding unknown values. So there's loads of different ways they can phrase them. They don't have to always be like this way or like this way, but if like looking at these two examples, you have the tools to solve any other kind of question they throw at you, depending what order they do it. It's generally the same trick. You're just going to put in sub the root in, it should be equal to 0, and then you can find out what your unknown value is. You might have to use simultaneous equations. If you do, you know how to do it now anyway. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video.